We got new highs for the SPY, S&P Spider today, but you do have a real mixed bag out there, and it's a Monday. We got the Fed coming, and so a lot of people get the FOMO on some of these movers. But it really comes down to the follow through. Let's take a look. Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith, the Black Quant VTF Fair T2 Live at the halftime show, and we've got SPY, Ripper, and Sit. So you got SPY going into the highs, and then ever since then, just sitting up here doing nothing. So if you look at the 60, it's kind of stuck up here in 2 hours like that, which makes sense because you got a big mixed bag of stuff going every which way. You had the diamonds for a while here, a little weaker, coming back towards the session lows in here. So we'll see. Like we slight divergences after popping up into some release recent highs. You had SAFM and the chickens. And one of the things about here is one of the things I talk about what you want to look for is how you can identify broadening formation magnitude without actually having a broadening formation. How? Because you have an outside bar. You see this? Here. This is an outside bar. So this is a broadening formation of that, all right? Because it's higher and higher and lower low. So when you go down on this and then go 2-2 on the reversal, this is 2 below that, and then boom, right here, 142.60. Boom. And your magnitude is to here. Right, and you got more outside bars here, and maybe you go to the highs, but certainly to take that out, and that's a nice, real fast move, I'll tell you though. But it was 142.60, now 155.58. See Tesla coming in, so here's another thing you can look for. Tesla goes up, right, and starts off the week like this. Tesla goes, tries to go gunning up, but then here, if you're going to stall out, what does a stall out look like? Looks like a 2-1-2 here, inside 60. And then back to the downside here, below 330, 54, and there you go. There's $5 there. It's still going so far, and you can look at that because it's the starting of the new week, right? And so, if this works, it goes and turns that daily back to red, right? Which it did, and now it's profit takey time in Tesla. But more upside, you got the Googs getting ready for some earnings here, and Goog running right into them. So Google doing this. Here, there you go. Give me the measured move off the inside 60. 2, 1, 2, and there you go. Boom. So earnings coming, so we'll see if that keeps going into that. You've got some of the semis still just ripping. LRCX. And there's a lot of Momo plays, if you would call it that, just still going into the highs with KLAC and a lot of those things still going. You had a Qualcomm here, so a lot of those things still running. Here's your SMH itself. Gap, get, and going into the highs. So we'll see. Like I said, a lot of run, cheap run. So when you don't go into the highs, right? You want to get these things that are breaking out of inside bars. And you got Roku. Roku comes firing out of the gate. Inside weak to the upside here. Above 136.69. Not bad. Trading only 45.74 in one shot. So far so good there. And we'll see if we get any more setups. It stalled out a little bit for a while. And here, just kind of marching up the 30s here. So we'll see if they give you some corrective activity to hop on board. You've got IBB doing this on the daily. In general, doing a lot of nothing. But here, poking down and then coming back through the previous range like this. And so a nice little day there. And you can go back to last week's gapper list. And here you go, ILMN. Higher highs, lower lows. I wonder what this is. And then boom, 2-2 reversal back up over 299.46. Trading 305.80, and we'll see now if you get some corrective activity to get in. Maybe you get yourself an inside 60, something like that. See Tesla going to the lows as I speak. Still coming in on the takey profit. In the IBB, you still have EW. And EW does this. Boom. The inside day. Gap up 2, 1, 2, and back up here. Over 230.27, so there you go, trading 230, $5 in there, so you can see if this sets up for you. There was your inside 30 right here, over 234.17, still going. GWPH still going. This thing has been a powerhouse here, and just up every day, and that gives you this nice green month with the higher low. And your weekly is still coming out of the ashes through all this, and you can see it's been a lot higher, which is always nice. If we go to SEDG, and SEDG, here's a good way to, let's see, how's this thing doing on the daily? It's coming back in a little bit after exhaustion risk. Once you come through here, you can see this. two to the upside, two to the downside. Then want to take this out today. Its exhaustion risk is up into here. We want to stay over 95, so you're starting to come back in. We'll see if that sets up again. Right now it's backing off on this. The 62-2 reversal. So on Friday, this is interesting to see how you can go back and forth. When here you can see when it took out Thursday's lows right here, 91.13, right? Started to get hit, right? And you could take that. That's a 2-2 reversal back off the highs. And 60 is a major signal. So if you took that, you could also reverse with the money here on the inside 60 up. And then by the time it gets up into here, you don't care if it messes around on something like this. Like so. Let's see. Little guys, we got Clovis. Clovis popping here. Now it's back in the middle of this mother bar, so we'll see how that goes. Some shenanigans with Fitbit apparently talking to Google. We'll see if you can get yourself an inside 60 there. So they're kind of stalling out just a tad. Google goes to the highs itself. No problems there. TTD also coming up and doing this. Inside week to the upside right here, and that's good all week over 204.77. Now trading 209 and change. We can look for more stuff in there. It's the team trying to come up here. Team doing this here. Just walking up this daily here, and so this is where you're gonna try and get rid of this monthly. All right, this monthly is almost gone, but on the weekly basis, you got this. Here, if you can take out 118.58 and you're getting close, because we like those 2-2 reversals, and you got one in Netflix here. 2 up, 2 down, 2 up, over 279.93, and there you go. There's another $4 or $5. Little China coming up, Baba fighting here, and you got your 2 up, 2 down, weaker. Not too exciting over there. Palo Alto trying to finish off its inside month to the upside here, like so. Over 218.64. SWKS also finishing off the inside month and upper to the upside in the semis. ALGN finishing off the 2-2 month are over 188.57.15, trading 251, and give me another inside day into the upside after the gapper. IRTC. And IRTC is having a nice day, setting up the RevStrat month or the inside bar and potential hammer here, but strong day. We'll see if that gives us any way to get in here. Been a little strong out there. DCPH. And DCPH had a nice opening. Now it kind of stalls here, and DCPH does this. The 1 bar RevStrat month, the 1-3er. Okay, let me see what we're doing here. Okay, still meandering as the futures, but you've got some weakness in here too. Crude oil doing this on the daily, coming in, not a total disaster, but you can see this here coming all the way back down through that, and that's hitting some of these oils like PXD here, the usual suspects, PXD, Concho, like so some of the usual suspects over there getting hit. Also gold. And gold does this, the 2 up. And this is why you want to know where something closer to, here or there. You got your 2-2 there, so you can always watch your J-Nugs. And here, trying to come down on the 2-2. And then RGLD, if we're going to get any follow-through, you can see that slightly green on the day. If you can get follow-through in this stuff, you're going to break this inside week in RGLD one way or the other if you're going to watch these gold stocks. Right now you got Netflix skirting highs, Baidu skirting highs, CRM was also coming up here. A lot to keep an eye on here right out the chute. And CRM does this here, and if you go to the 15er, you're going to see this on the opening. You see this 3 bar, outside bar? That's a broadening formation. Triangle out, and then you poke down here. 3, 2, boom. You're going to go broadening formation of that, and off she goes, which sets this up. RevStrat monther. Okay. ZM also coming out of the ashes. I don't know if we got into here. That's been having a rough month. To start off the new week, though, once again, that 2-2 reversal here is over 66.50. You're there on the outside day. Tries to go down there. Once again, 1 bar RevStrat 1-3 over 64.99 and takes that weaker. Home builders also having some issues here. ITB, and you can see this on the daily. There's your 2-2 reversal down, right? So it tells you to look at those guys, and you got DHI doing this, LGIH, Vanian, 3-2 downer. Let's see what we get the KBH here. We looked at that. The KBH down a little bit. So a bunch of the usual suspects having some issues over there. Also, the whipping boys, if you will, of the semis having some issues here. Texas Instruments already says we're not going to make no money. So that's already coming in. Look at a 30, 60. 60, there's your 2-2 reversal back down, and Xilinx not totally getting killed, but you can see definitely not participating, and Xilinx goes up and then comes right back in through that 2-2 reversal down. Also some XLP stuff. XLP, how you doing? XLP having a few issues here. See that taking out Friday's lows, and you got stuff like Kimberly-Clark coming down with Colgate there. So Colgate would still be inside weak, but you can see here this coming back to previous range, 2 up, 2 down on the daily through here. And so you're going to try and take this stuff out here below 66.80 on that. Burritos getting hit here out the chute today, and Burritos goes down. Weekly, taking out last week's lows. That's 3-2 to the downside, potential triangle expansion. So tries to come down in here. We'll see if this thing sets up 60. Here. Now it's an inside 60s trying to reverse back up. We'll see how that goes. Roku goes to the highs while I speak. Still have some REITs like PSA here. And this is what you look for. And they're in my weekend video, the 2 up, back down, taking out last month's lows with EXR here. 2 up, 2 down in the month and coming down. We'll see if more comes of that. Shake Shack. Also, that 2-2 monther and trying to go to the lows of the month. Once again, here's the nice spot right there, but now you go 2 up on Friday, and now boom, 2-2 back down into the recent lows. Dow Jones, you got McDonald's having all sorts of trouble still, and that's 3-2 on the month here. Outside bar expansion and still drifting puker, and watching maybe some Nike here in the Dow as it's taken out last week's and yesterday's lows. Roku to the highs, if I haven't mentioned that. BPMC, this thing coming back through previous range, getting hit on this, and you can see this, what you look for on the weekly. Here you go, 2-2, right back down, boom. Through 74.69 and coming to try and take all this stuff out down into here. American Tower was having some issues here early on too, and there's a 3-2 outside weaker to the downside. You'll notice the broadening formation here on the daily, and now you're trying to come through that. As always with this, you're going to watch CCI, which isn't really going too much, and SBAC to see if they want to get them all going at the same time. SBAC not playing. Team going to the highs, getting closer to that level I mentioned before. You've got W also trying to go 2-2 on the day. Stalling out a tad, maybe you get stuck in here. You get some multiple 60s to try and get out of that. AWI, inside 60 right now. And so we'll see if that breaks either side of that, because the BPMC did go inside 60 down. And now we'll see if it does it again. And MCY here already recovering a bit, but you can see this nice long red daily bar to see if we get another sell signal set up in there. So what's this thing been going on here? GLRE. So there's a lot going on. Just a little pop here in some GLRE. Not sure what this thing is. Greenlight Capital. There you go. Somebody thinks they know something about something. Anyway, SPY goes into new highs and then stalls out, and that's to be expected. We got Fed coming. We got a lot of more earnings coming, and so what is going to be really here is the follow through on these weekly breaks, your TTDs, your Rokus, and then to see if there's follow through in this weakness too, in the home builders, gold, crude, all that kind of stuff. So every Tuesday is when you really want to see if the Monday action is for real or not, or negate it. So that's what we're going to do. We'll check it out. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Black Quant VTF here at T3 Live. If you're seeing something I'm not, because there's a lot going on, type it in the comments. And if you want to come join us, you hit that link and you can do that. All right, it's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Black Quant VTF here at T3 Live with the halftime show.